Now, as I explained, this is something of a special night, and indeed it needs a special sponsor. And Atlantis, which was launched in this very room at the end of October last year, are the sponsor for this evening. Representing them from Silvermover is Charlie Warner. Charlie, nice to meet you back here again. It's beginning to feel like our local.
Yes, it's a great venue, and we had a great time at the party, and we're looking forward to a good evening tonight.
Okay, so Charlie, why? I mean, Atlantis was launched in October. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, maybe we should backtrack a little bit. Mm-hmm. Launched in October, and the success, which we can talk about in a moment, has been quite phenomenal over quite a tricky period. But the story started not years before that. I mean, it was really just months before the launch in October, right?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, we actually met Blue Sky for the first time in July. We did some workshops with local agents and did our research on the project concept, pricing, packaging, etc. And it was September when we launched our teaser marketing campaign, and we had our website online with our reservation engine so that agents could sign up as sub-agents. And in October we were selling properties already, and the party was on the 29th of October, and by the end of October we were up to 230 units sold already.
My goodness. Well, that's phenomenal. Now, Blue Sky, they're not a new company, but they're new to Pattaya, so I mean, I guess that must have been the challenge for them and for you as someone who's got a bit of a pedigree here in Pattaya, because then they think, well, what's going to happen, and the agent's going to get on board, and everybody's going to buy into it. But they have, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right. Well, Blue Sky are experienced developers. This was their first major project in Pattaya, and they teamed up with us on the marketing front, and with Compass, Dom Ayu and Claire on the sales front, and they were able to organise the sales office. And I think that the professional way that things were put together, it's got a lot of support from local agents, and the marketing seemed to work. We had the floods in November, which saw a lot of Bangkokians come to Pattaya as well. Sure. And we had our showroom open by then, and so there were a lot of people in Pattaya at that time, and I think we were able to take advantage of that.
Okay. Now, for those, you were talking about the teaser marketing, and now your branding is everywhere around town. It's in newspapers, magazines, the banners. It's on the bat buses. It would be hard to imagine that there isn't anybody who's living in Pattaya who hasn't seen some of that marketing campaign. But for those who haven't delved any further and haven't went to the website as of yet, how would you encapsulate what Atlantis is and what makes it, or what differentiates it from other condos?
Okay, well, it's a large condo resort. It's almost like a fantasy resort, in that the centre of the property is a huge wooden galleon, almost life size, which accommodates the club lounge and a sun deck, and there's a 2,600 square metre pool with waterfalls and slides. We've got 5 jacuzzis. It's the sort of place where if you're in it, you don't need to go anywhere. There's shops, coffee shops, everything's on site. So it's a fully contained, entertaining condo resort.
Okay. Now, you say from Bangkok, so is that really your demographic, the Bangkokians, their first, second home, as it were?
They're a big market now. I mean, especially since the floods, a lot of Bangkokians want an escape plan, and Pattaya, obviously now just a couple of hours away. These properties are really very good value for money, starting from 1.3 million for a 34.5 square metre studio. So it's a feasible buy for Thai middle class. And then obviously we've got a lot of local expats that see these as great opportunities for buy-to-let. And a lot of people that come to Pattaya for the first time that maybe think, I'd like an overseas home here in Pattaya, holiday home. Atlantis provides perfect solution for that.
Okay. Well, I know that talking about the demographics, and I know that Anton Filipov from Dom.ru. I mean, he's heading up the Russian side of the marketing. So obviously that still plays quite a big part of the pie, as it were.
That's right. The Russians are an ever-growing part of the Pattaya market, and Anton from Dom.ru, is the sole Russian agent, and obviously, we've got lots of sub-agents, Russian agents, and we've sold quite a few properties to Russians. Not as many as we expected, to be honest with you, but it's been good.
Okay. So we're filming this today. It's in the middle of the middle of February now. What about the sales figures now then? What have you achieved in terms of numbers or and as a percentage?
Yeah, well, at the last count we were over 860. That's 86% because we're a 1,000 unit development. So, within a space of 3 or 4 months we're 86% sold. We've got a couple of investors that have bought multiple units, which has helped a lot to get that figure up. But they're sales, they're not reserved units, they're contracts and they're sold. So this has been phenomenal. I think completely unexpected from everybody, really.
Sure. So what's the next step?
Well, the next step is we've decided to give some money back to our buyers. We've got a campaign running at the moment, which is our 1 million baht giveaway. And we're going to have a prize draw at a special party on the 5th of the 5th, 55, because this year being 2055, the Buddhist year. Mm-hmm. So there'll be a big party on our site in Jomtien, mm-hmm. and we'll do a draw which includes the first prize is a Ford Fiesta, top of the range, 720,000 bahts worth of car. So some lucky buyer is going to win that. But I should say that people that are eligible for the draw are people that have bought a condo in Atlantis and have paid their contract deposit. In addition to that, we've got I think it's 3 motorbikes, several iPads, flat screen TVs. We've got some gift certificates for Centaur Grand Mirage here, okay. And some nice quality bottles of wine as well. So, quite a few people are going to win something nice.
Well, that's a very nice thing to do. And talking of nice things, it's why have you become the sponsor for tonight's Lighthouse Club? Because this is a special event. It's not just a normal social monthly gathering. This is a little bit more highbrow. I mean, I've got my tie on, for instance. It must be highbrow, but and therefore it takes a little bit more out of the pot for Atlantis. So why have they put their name to this event?
Well, yes, we're the main sponsor tonight, and that's a fairly significant sponsorship, but very pleased to do it, Paul. We believe that we've been very fortunate in the success that we've had, and you can call it karma or whatever you like, but we've got a policy of trying to give money back to the community. We've given money to Father Ray Foundation, we've given money to the Flood Victims Relief Fund, and several things, and in the future, if we continue to be successful, then we'll continue to try and support good causes where we can. And of course the Lighthouse, as you well know, is a tremendous networking event which raises a lot of money for local charities, for Tracy Grosgrove, etc. So that's why we're here tonight.
Okay. Well, Charlie, it's a great effort, and actually a remarkable story. It's a story that hasn't got its ending written yet, because as you say, there's this the big party which will be on the 5th of the 5th this year, 55 in the Buddhist term, and then I'm assuming that Blue Sky, they won't just be saying, well, that's fine, we've done our bit in Pattaya and we're going to go back to Bangkok now. What there must be something else.
There is, and I can't actually announce exactly what that is at the moment, but you can rest assured that Project 2 is well underway, and we'll be making an announcement soon. Okay. But it's going to be another very interesting project.
Okay. All right. Charlie, thank you very much, and thank you very much for sponsoring the Lighthouse
Pleasure.
Club this evening.
Pleasure.